Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Della, Aprianingrum. So I want a presentation about culture of South Korea. First, is a background of South Korea. The Republic of Korea, Hangul, or better known as South Korea, is a country in East Asia that includes the southern part of the Korean Peninsula. To the north, South Korea is bordered by North Korea, where the two were united as national until 1848. The Yellow Sea to the west, Japan across the Sea of Japan, and the Korea Strait to the south. This country is known as Hanguk by South Koreans and called Nam Chosun by North Korea. The capital of South Korea is Seoul. Archaeological discoveries show that the Korean Peninsula has been discovered since the early Paleolithic period. Korean history begins with the founding of Gojoseon in 2333 BC by Dangun. After the unification of the three kingdoms of Korea under Silla in 668 AD, Korea became one under the Goryeo dynasty and the Joseon dynasty until the end of the Han Raya Empire in 1910 due to its annexion by Japan. After liberalization and occupation by the Soviet Union and the United States, at the end of World War II, Korea was finally divided into two. Next is geography. So, South Korea area is smaller than North Korea. The topography is mostly highly uneven. The mountains in the eastern region are generally the headwaters of major rivers, such as the Han and Naktung rivers, while the western region is low part consisting of woody coastal plains. In the western and southern areas, where there are many bays, there are many good sports such as Incheon, Yeosu, Gimhae, and Busan. Next is economy result. South Korea is also called the land of ginseng because this country is one of the four large ginseng producing countries. That area is Gyeongsang, a city in South Chungcheong province. The export, electronic, and automotive manufacturing industry are the biggest source of revenue for South Korea. In addition, the creative industry also plays a major role in economic growth thanks to the Korean wave phenomenon. The tourism, fashion, beauty, food, and even interest in learning Korea is increased. Next, culture of South Korea have three: one, traditional food, traditional dress, and festival. For traditional food, has kimchi. So, kimchi is a traditional food in Korea. In the form of fermented pickled vegetable topped with spicy seasoning. After being salted and washed, the vegetables are mixed with a marinade made from grilled shrimp, fish sauce, garlic, ginger, and real red chili powder. In Korea, kimchi is always served at meal times as one of the most common types of banchan. Kimchi is also used as seasoning when cooking kimchi soup or kimchi jjigae, and kimchi fried rice or kimchi bokkeumbap, and various other dishes. And we have bibimbap. Bibimbap is Korean dish in the form of bowl of white rice topped with vegetable, beef, eggs, and gochujang spicy sauce. The name literally means mixed rice, which comes from the words bibim is mixed and bap is rice. Before eating, rice and side dishes are stirred together. There are several theories about the origin of bibimbap, one of which says that this food is made from offerings over to ancestral spirits. After performing the desa, people share the food offering and mix them in bowl. Next is traditional dress hanbok. So in Korea, have two is men hanboks and women's hanbok. Hanbok for South Korea or Chonson for North Korea is the traditional Korean dress inspired by Hanfu, ancient Chinese traditional clothing. Hanbok generally has bright colors, simple lines, and no pockets. Although it literally means Korean clothing, Hanbok today refers to Joseon Dynasty style clothing that is usually worn formally or semi-formally at traditional celebration or festival. Some of the basic elements of hanbok at this time, such as joggery or shirt, and baji or pants, and chima or skirt, are thought to have been worn for a long time. But it was during the Three Kingdoms era that this type of clothing began to develop. Next, Jeju Fire Festival. The Jeju Fire Festival is one of the most famous festivals in South Korea, which is celebrated for 3 days from the end of February to March. This festival is held in order to welcome Hell and Harvest days in the country. At this Jeju Fire Festival, locals in Jeju will burn old grass to get rid of pests before continuing with the next farming season. And then they pray and welcome the new year with good health, happiness, and bountiful harvest. And this South Korea festival is also celebrated with folk dance, torch relays, games, and other community activities. Next is birth system. So in Korea, number one, preferably those who can speak English. Two, it's better to say hello in Korea like 안녕하세요 than in English like excuse me. Okay. Number three, Koreans are disciplined, so they are expected to be on time. And number four, if we give gifts or are given gifts, we must accept this item with 2 hands. Okay, number 5, not speaking loudly but speaking clearly and firmly and easily understood in a voice that is not loud. So that's it. Thank you.